Good morning, and we have on the line with us this morning for Dakota College Weekly from Dakota College in Bottineau, the department chair for the Horticulture and Agriculture Department, Keith Knudson. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning. It's great to be here this morning.
Well, we're glad to have you with us this morning, Keith. I know you've got a lot of exciting things going on up at Dakota College, and you're going to tell us about it.
I certainly am. So I am the department chair for the Agriculture Horticulture Department, and there are a number of different CTE programs that we have going on all year long. And so some of those are, we've got the agriculture program that's going on, and we focus in three different areas there. We've got the livestock production, we've got the farm business management portion of it, and then we've also got a crop production section on that also. So that's the agriculture, and then we've got, beyond that, we've got the horticulture department, and in the horticulture department we've got several different focus areas. Greenhouse technology is one of those areas, and greenhouse technology has become very, very popular, mainly because as time goes on, we're finding that we're somewhat limited in some countries with the amount of cropland we have. So we've gone indoors with a lot of crop, and we get higher crop production from that. And then also we've got floral design program, which is very popular, and then we have the aquaponics and hydroponics programs that are doing very well. So, and then in addition to that, we have a hemp program that we just started this spring semester, and that's very popular. There's a huge demand for jobs in that particular area because of the growth in that in hemp production. Particularly, we look at CBD production is the main focus at Dakota College.
So I know, Keith, and I know everyone's pretty familiar with most of the things that you mentioned already and how that's done, but being the hemp thing is so new. What is it that a student will learn if they go into the hemp portion of it at Dakota College? Tell us more about that.
Right. That so we basically do it from seed all the way through processing at Dakota College. And one of the first classes that we have going on, which is going on right now, is production. And so we're working with students on how we plant the plants, and a big part of that in propagation in hemp production particularly is something that we call clones, where we take cuttings off of a female plant, and then from those cuttings we start additional plants. So that's kind of a big part of that industry. And then, of course, from the cannabinoid end of it, it's the testing that goes on. And so we're actually going to be able to do some of the extraction of the cannabinoids from the hemp. I know that sounds all technical, but we have a great partnership that we're working with Minot State University. They've got a herbal program, I should say, and they're going to do the testing for us. And then, of course, we get right into the harvest of the hemp plant, and that'll be in our fall program. And then in addition to that, we're going to do some processing, too. We've got some equipment that we received through a grant fund that we will be able to do some extraction, and then also some pressing of hemp seeds so that we can get oil. So it's kind of a complete process. But in addition to that, we have a number of internships that are available through that program. So students are able to work during the summer on a hemp farm, or they can work for a NDSU research station. And then in addition to that, we've got several processors in North Dakota that are very interested in taking on some of our students for internships. So we actually, believe it or not, have more internships available at this point in time than we do students. So we've got a lot of room to grow.
So in with this hemp program too, and the hemp production and all that, Keith, what is driving this in our country, in our society right now?
You know, there's a real excitement about CBD and some of the other cannabinoids. There's another one called CBG, but supposedly, and I say supposedly because not all the research has been done on it, but supposedly it is something that it's a natural herb that can help us with some of our pain issues or anxiety issues and some of the other common issues that we have. So I don't think it's a catch-all type situation, but there is definitely some evidence that that it does help, especially when it comes to pain and anxiety.
All right, and of course, in our society and in the world today too, the natural remedies and the natural things are becoming more and more prevalent.
It is. I think we, for a lot of years, decades probably, we kind of went away from that. But I think now we're starting to realize that does have the natural remedies do again have some natural value. And it's not that we've lost that along the way, but I think we're now again realizing, yeah, there is something there to it. So.
Absolutely. And Keith, how would if someone, I know you mentioned you had internships and things like that, and I know you have scholarships and things available. Tell us a little bit about that for Dakota College.
Just to mention again, and I'm sure it's been mentioned several times, that we do have the Hometown Career Scholarship that's available right now. That's a $2,500 scholarship, and that is available to students that live in the Bottineau-Rugby area. Covers the counties of Bottineau, Rolette, Renville, Pierce, and McHenry. So not a lot of requirements for that. Students would need to attend Dakota College on campus and be in those counties. So that's a great opportunity. And just a little bit more on the internships, there's just a number of businesses that are very, very interested in having students work for them during the summer, and I think the employer's long-term hope is that then those students will be employed at some point in the future. But the unique thing about our CTE programs, as career and tech education programs, is that we provide a lot of hands-on type experience for their educational needs, and so those skills are of a lot of value when it goes out into the employment, and employers look for that. They look for individuals that have some skills.
All right. Is there anything else that you need to let us know today, Keith?
If anyone's interested, the phone number is 701-228-5400, or go online and go to dakotacollege.edu. Go ahead and search.
We have been talking with Keith Knudson, who's the Department Chair of Horticulture and Agriculture at Dakota College in Bottineau. Keith, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you so much.